Hello everyone, this is Mike with MADMAN Review. In this video, I'll talk about Glock finally building something other than handguns, what exactly it is that they are trying to build, and whether or not we'll ever get our hands on whatever it is they're building. If you've been living under a rock in the past couple of years, you probably haven't heard of the rumors surrounding the new rifle model being built by Glock for the Brits, who are having trouble with their Ranger units and Special Operations Brigade's standard issue SA-80 and L85 Enfield Bullpup rifles. There are a ton of blog posts and forum posts about Glock working on a rifle, and rumors have been making the rounds online for a while now. Just a month ago, in December of 2022, photos of what is supposedly Glock's new rifle were leaked by Sean Odinson, a YouTuber, defense blogger, and former British Army sniper. Some of the photos show what appears to be the model number of this new Glock rifle, AR-15F, which is adding more fuel to what is now a big fire that Glock's new rifle started. Glock was initially tight-lipped on the existence of the firearm until they confirmed to AmmoLand News, a popular firearms news outlet, that the photos of the AR-15 style Glock carbine released by Sean Odinson to the public are real. Ainsley Cash Connor, communications manager for Glock, in an interview with AmmoLand News, said, quote, "Glock is always in the development of future products and technologies through the pursuit of perfection. The image shared is of a product developed for select solicitations, and it is not available for the general market at this time." End quote. Everyone who knows about the existence of the GR-115F is saying that it is part of a tender in the British Army's search for a new alternative individual weapon system rifle for Special Operations Brigade and Ranger units. The leaked photos only show the externals and don't show the guts of the rifle, so we don't exactly know what operating system the GR-115F uses and how it works. But some of the patent drawings have been made available online by the German blog site Spartanat.com, so let's take a look at these drawings briefly, starting with the cocking slide. It appears that the cocking slide doesn't move whenever a shot is fired. It can be actuated from both sides, and the loading levers fold in so nothing is sticking out. The lever can be changed individually, and it allows for all sorts of shapes and opening angles. It also looks like the slide can be removed without using tools. The lever will be positioned at the front of the rifle just above the barrel. This may also mean that the cocking slide can also be operated while in the shooting position. The bolt carrier is shown in this drawing as number 18. This drawing shows the barrel with the number 28 pointing at the bolt carrier in the gas pressure system. This looks like a short stroke system, since the deflection of the gas piston at number 18 appears to be between 20 and 30 millimeters, but the gas piston seems to be missing. Let's take a look at the next drawing. The number 18 in this drawing shows the position of the gas piston. It's designed as a ring and pushes the bolt and bolt carrier backward using a linkage. The excess gases are then released forward near the muzzle. This drawing shows the forward and rear positions of the gas piston. It is worth noting that there are two gas holes in the barrel, one at the top and one at the bottom. In the previous drawings, the same number always points to the same part, so you can always find out which part is where. That is not the case in this section. This drawing shows both the bolt and the bolt carrier group in more detail. This particular design is kind of reminiscent of the good old AK-47, with the bolt carrier group's locking spring installed at the top, but only because of its top position. It is also worth noting that the bolt carrier group uses relatively fewer number of parts, especially when compared to other rifles. This should make the rifles cheaper and easier to build, and also easier to clean and maintain, something Glock pistols are already known for. Here's a drawing that shows the closure diagonally viewed from the front. A lot of work has been done here as well, even though it does not show any special new features at first glance. The slide, referred to as the bolt carrier in the patent, is very compact all in all. And unlike the typical AR-15 system, Glock's rifle doesn't require a buffer tube, which means it could also be designed with a built-in folding stock. But this is only speculation, as no specific details have emerged as of yet. The Glock rifle's system of extraction and ejection is also patented. Though there isn't exactly anything new about it, the extraction and ejection look somewhat sophisticated. Also, these patent drawings may not provide any specific info about the kinds of cartridges Glock is looking to chamber their new rifle for. But it is safe to assume, based on the relative dimensions of the individual parts, that this new rifle will chamber various cartridges, all while the basic functions of the system remain the same. Still, because it'll be just another AR-15 platform, there is a pretty good chance that the initial chambering will be 5.56 by 45mm. This drawing shows how the magazine and the magazine holder should work. In addition to the rifle's cocking slide, the magazine holder can also be operated from either side. It bears a striking resemblance to the AR-15's magazine assembly, but it works without screws. From this, it can be surmised that the new Glock rifle will use AR-15 style mags. This is a 3D rendered image showing the magazine catch. For the magazines, there's no reason to assume that Glock's rifles won't use polymer magazines. On the contrary, manufacturing polymer mags for this new British Army AR-15 is probably going to be another moneymaker for Glock. This exploded section shows that the Glock assault rifle may be capable of utilizing a quick barrel change system. This system reminds us a bit of Starog or STG-77, rifles with a barrel that is fixed with a clamping lever. The quick barrel change system can probably only be used when the rifle is disassembled. This drawing shows the barrel clamp assembly. The barrel is inserted and twisted from the front and is then secured with a clamping lever at number 40. Based on the patent, the clamping pin is not directly on the barrel unless it is twisted, but it has 0.1mm of play. This will theoretically allow the barrel to swing freely. The receiver looks refined, and the rifle appears to have completely ambidextrous controls, which include slide releases, magazine releases, safety, and all the other stuff. And they've all been made to be large and easy to access. The rifle in the photo appears to be using an M-lock handguard that uses the same number of slots required by the Brits for the AIWS tender and shares a resemblance with the design by a German rifle company known as Heinl. The rifle barrel in the photo has a length that seems to be on the short side. I estimate it measures anywhere between 10.3 inches and 12.5 inches, though I have to admit I'm no good when it comes to estimating dimensions simply by looking at photos. This short barrel comes paired with a suppressor, which also meets another requirement of the contract tender that the rifle should be built to run properly with a suppressor. In addition, it also has what appears to be an aimpoint acro red dot sight sitting on top of some kind of a low-power variable optic. Overall, the GR-115F looks like a very modern military rifle with some very expensive components. It certainly looks like the type of rifle a Special Operations Commando would carry. It would be at home with any Special Operations agent. Again, the leaked photos of the Glock rifle came about because the British were testing the platform. They are currently testing the GR-115F against entries from premier rifle companies like Knight's Armament and Lewis Machine & Tool. Up to this point, Glock has only built handguns, so they shouldn't have a reason to compete against Knight's Armament and Lewis Machine & Tool. But they submitted an entry anyway, and pundits assumed that the British contracted Glock specifically to build an AR-15 for them for two reasons. One, the British military is looking to equip some of its more elite forces with AR-type rifles because their current standard issue is from the SA-80 family of rifles, which has proven to be a disaster for the British military. The AR-15, by comparison, has been considerably more successful. 2. The Glock 17 has been the standard-issue military sidearm for the British Armed Forces since 2013, and it makes a lot of sense for the Brits to commission a company that already supplies them with one particular type of firearm. It makes for quick transactions that are logistically convenient, which makes their lives much easier. If Glock ends up providing both rifles and handguns to the British military, there's a pretty good chance some American military and law enforcement personnel would want to jump on the Glock M4 bandwagon, and for us civilians, a semi-automatic Glock AR-15 is not beyond the realms of possibility. And that's all I have for you in this video. If you want an update to this for when Glock finally unveils the final version of their AR-15 for the British military, you can let me know by commenting down below. Please click on the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.